here's the Blue Meanie UFO story. And this absolutely fucking happened. Growing up in Atlantic City, every summer, well, before I moved to Atlantic City, my family would rent what's called a cottage every summer in Atlantic City. And it's right down the street from the beach, down the street from Caesars, all that good stuff. And we would just go there for a couple months out of the summer and then go back home to Gloucester City, New Jersey, where I was living at the time. So the one summer we have a cottage, my Uncle Jimmy got a place on the beach 2 towns over in Margate, New Jersey. And it was a Saturday, and my grandma, my grandparents are like, okay, we're going to go over to Uncle Jimmy's house for the day and hang out on the beach. So, so we go over to Margate, my Uncle Jimmy's house on Margate, and we're just hanging out. We're grilling, cooking, all that stuff. So it comes to be nighttime, and everybody's inside, everybody's having their adult beverages and stuff like that. Sure. And I'm just being the kid out in the yard. And it's like his house, the yard, which is basically grass and sand or whatever, the boardwalk. So I'm hanging out in the yard, and I'm looking at the ocean, and there's this red light slowly hovering above the ocean. And it's like pulsating. It's like a boom, boom, boom. And I poked my head in the house, and I remember it's Saturday night because on the TV was like The Facts of Life. Back when NBC, this is like 83, 84, something like that. So I go, guys, everybody, there's a UFO out there. And they're like, yeah, whatever. Right? I go, look, there's something floating over the ocean. So everybody's like, yeah, whatever, Brian, shut the fuck up. So, or like, cut it. And my grandparents like, cut it out, whatever. So my sister Leona and my cousin Tommy come out, and they go, holy shit. And they ran up to the boardwalk, and they followed it towards, like, the boardwalk basically ends in Margate. Yeah. They followed it towards the end of the boardwalk and watched it descend off and disappear. Oh. So, they're like, like, holy shit. My cousin Tommy and my sister Leona saw what I saw. The parents didn't believe it. They thought I was just, fucking around, ribbing them, whatever. So my Uncle Jimmy's driving me, my sister, and my grandparents back to our place in Atlantic City. And in Atlantic City, there was a local radio host named Pinky Kravitz. He was like, if you can imagine somebody who might have hung out with the Rat Pack back in the day or Vegas or whatever. He was a local talk show host, Pinky Kravitz, whatever. And we're driving home, and it was a call-in show. So we're driving home in my Uncle Jimmy's Cadillac, and people are calling into the show talking about they seen a UFO. And you see my Uncle Jimmy and my grandparents look back at me in the back seat, and I just put my hands up and go, fucking told you.
Yeah.
Fucking told you. And like one caller after another called in and described exactly what I had seen. And
so
then
we know
my
what
sister and my cousin Tommy chased down.
So we know what you saw was at least something that was so out there that numerous people looked at this and said, "This is a UFO. This is something. This is."
And it wasn't even like
a regular aircraft.
Night. It was like a red light, just boom, slowly moving over the ocean, and then it went off and wasn't seen. It just disappeared. Wow. And my sister and my cousin Tommy saw it, and we're driving home, and they're talking about it on the radio, and everybody looked back like, almost like, sorry. And they're kind of like disappointed they didn't believe me, and disappointed they didn't come out and see it for themselves.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
that's, I can't even tell you, like, we joke. I only remember what we talked about on the show last week, but I remember that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, God, that's,
Yeah.
it's going to stand out to you.
Yeah, and I'm trying to. I know people can look up old newspaper articles. I want to look something up from like that era and see if it made the newspapers or something like that. Or
all right, Pod Squad.
yeah,
on it. So we're trying to. When would this have been again?
It would have been like summer '83 ish.
I got to the party about a month after that, so
yeah. It was like Margate, New Jersey,
or was it my ascension into? That's what you saw when I was dropped here.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, Pod Squad, look it up.
If you
Margate,
have access
New Jersey.
to like Margate, New Jersey, '83, definitely '83.
Summer of '83.
Yeah, because we moved to Atlantic City permanently summer '84.
Okay.
So 82, 83. And I knew it was a Saturday because, like I said, I popped my head in and they're watching The Facts of Life on the television and stuff like that. So, yeah, I remember that night.
We don't know if it was a June, July, August type deal.
It was probably a July, August.
Okay.
Because it's towards the end of the summer. And my uncle went and got his short place like towards the end of the summer.
So if this was a Saturday, then we're going to want you to check out Sunday or Monday's news.
Yeah.
Let's find this. Come on, guys.
It made the radio because we were driving home listening to Pinky Kravitz, and people were calling in. They're like, yeah, I saw this thing. And you could hear everybody just shut up in the car. There was like